Today, I'm going to be cooking up with Nick Dean, who's worked with Travis Scott, Young Thug, Gunna, Lil Baby, Tory Lanez, Jack Harlow, and so many more. And in this cookup, I'm going to be playing some starters from him and then seeing his process, flipping them and making his own unique melodies. And he has a super weird technique for making fire melodies that I think you guys will want to try out. I'm also going to be asking him questions about how he's been able to get songs with these huge artists while living overseas in Europe, networking gems, music gems. But enough yapping, let's get right into it.
Okay, just random. The next one that you play, I will pick.
All right, bet. I'll just text you a few and then see what you come up with.
All right, cool. Then let me get into the samples or just start.
First question I'll ask you right now, since you're about to start the melody. I don't know if you ever use starters, but if you're ever using starters or you start with a starting idea, what do you look for when you're grabbing something to start with?
It's very simple, bro. Just to have enough space to do whatever. Sometimes I'm getting starters and the sample is basically done. That's cool. You know, it's less work for me. But yeah, what I like to do is always try to do something completely else than whatever I received. For me, it's not important if the melody is fire. It's more like, how does this sample kind of make me feel?
So you like flipping stuff on its head, though?
Yeah.
Essentially, you just kind of record on and add sounds and then you make sense of everything later after you've got out all your ideas. Is that how you work?
Yeah, as I said, bro, for me it's not about like melodies, like, or to make something sound great. It's more about like, how does it make me feel? I'm just trying to find like the right sounds to the next sound, and then I will make it work somehow.
I wanted to ask you, so you did definitely one of the hardest songs on Utopia, Schizo with Travis and Young Thug. How did that song come about?
I sent the sample out to a couple of co-producers. I received one back from this guy from Germany. His name is Slim Pharaoh. So I received this beat, and Dagi, you know the songwriter?
Oh yeah, I met him at the BMI Awards, yeah.
Yeah, I sent him a pack of beats and he picked this randomly, like started to write on it, and then yeah, he played it for Travis and he fucked with it, and that was pretty much it, bro. Like, I heard about it then like 2 days before the drop, and he picked it, and yeah.
That's crazy. I saw you also met Travis Scott, looked like backstage or something.
I did. He was playing a festival and my manager was on a Europe tour. He called me and said like, hey, I'm in Milan right now. Travis is here if you want to like come and join me. That's basically it, bro. I booked the flight same day, went there. Then next day he played the festival and he said like, hey, come, I want to introduce you to Travis. So we went backstage and met him. We had a cool talk. And that's pretty much it, bro.
Real quick, before we get into the rest of the video, if you want crazy unique synth starters, real instrument phrases, vocal chops, presets, and all the tools you can need to make crazy melodies, you gotta check out Melody Mastery. And instead of just talking your ear off about it, take a listen to these so you can see how great these samples sound.
I could've loved you better. I could've given more. Please don't give up on me. Oh, I am here right by your side. Oh.
So if you like the starter that Nick is using and you like those starters I just played, click the first link in the description down below to grab Melody Mastery.
I really love the LA strings, I think they're called, LA scoring string. And then also all the Teleton audio stuff is really fire. I love this one here. Playbox matches my technique because like you press like a random cube and he will just give you a random sound, you know.
You were the first person I ever did the kind of interview format with, and that thing went crazy. To this day, people are still talking about the Boy Wonder networking trick that you did, where you sent him a Louis V jacket. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, he wanted to network and get in contact with Boy Wonder, so he sent him like a custom Louis Vuitton jacket in order to like make that connection. Have you ever done anything similar to that to network with someone?
I did, bro. With shoes, it was more like a place or somebody needed like some type of shoe, and I knew somebody who sells that type of shoe, so I just connected these people. I saw like one guy who's also like kind of a support of mine. What he did was he made like a homepage for me, like it was fully done website, and he sent it to me. Hey, I did this, blah blah, let me know if you fuck with it. And he made even like a shop for me with all of my drum kits and all the info about me with pictures. Like he made it like really fire. It kind of grabbed my attention, you know. He was not just asking for loops.
People are sleeping on stuff like that. I mean, I guess it's because you have to actually put in effort and like try to do some unique shit. Like obviously you can't afford to just spend all day making every big producer a website. But yeah, if there's someone who you really, really want to work with, doing something like that is definitely a really good way to stand out. So essentially what Nick is doing is just playing a bunch of random melodies with no thought whatsoever on timing, how they work together, or anything like that, just going straight off of a vibe, layering a bunch of random sounds together. And then later he's gonna go in, bounce that all into a sample, and figure out a way to make all of these crazy, weird sounding ideas work together.
I'm basically done here, just checking. There's a couple of notes that I don't like. So once I have this, again, just adjusting them, like do simple stuff like panning and all of that stuff. And I'm doing this kind of randomly, not really thinking too much about it.
So you bounced all of those like random MIDI patterns that you made, bounce that all into one audio file, right?
I bounce it into one and then just gonna put it here in the slicer. So I'm just randomly again like pitching, then here this thingy. Do you know what this does?
I have no idea.
So it kind of stretches every single note a bit longer, so it's not perfectly on like in tempo kind. And then what I'm trying to do is just find the pattern. If it's trash and I still hear something that's kind of cool, I'm kind of restarting the sample again from this one thing that I just found in this slice.
So pretty much now that he has that crazy melody that sounds all over the place, he takes that, bounces it down into one audio file like I was saying earlier, and then he throws it into the slicer so that he can chop it like a sample and just choose tiny little parts of that one audio file that sound cool together and piece something together that actually makes sense and sounds cohesive.
Give me a minute, let me try to come up with a pattern here.
So do you have any tips for coming up with these chop patterns whenever you're just working with these audio files that you make?
Kind of difficult to explain, bro, because I just hear what could work, you know, just trying to kind of make it make sense. That's all it is.
Do you try to keep it pretty repetitive though?
Yeah, I mean, if you can repeat one single note of an 808 all the time, it's a good sound.
All right, might be a long answer, but if you had to start it over again completely from zero, but you had all of your current skills, what would your strategy be to get your first major placement?
Bro, then I will focus on networking, try to do like great marketing, just like you kind of do it, you know, and then try to connect with people all over the world kind of to be able to bring value again to other people. People just don't give a single fuck about you. So if you cannot bring them something, what's the benefit of somebody taking your sample? Even if you're good, bro, and with Splice and all of that, like they don't even need us anymore, you know? So I would try to bring something else to the table because as I said, like good music doesn't really help anymore. It's like the bare minimum. So I would try to figure out how I can bring something to the table and bring some benefits into this person's life who I'm trying to connect with. I'm still doing this even though I have already good music.
I guess that's another question I want to ask you. Do you focus more on like the actual quantity of people that you're working with or sending out to, like just like trying to work with as many people as you can, or do you focus more on just working with a few guys but working really, really closely with them?
What I'm trying to do is like make something that I like by myself and then try to send it out and build with people that I like personally. This person will treat the sample good, you know? He will make good music out of the good music that I just sent.
Speaking of great music, I feel like definitely my favorite record that you've been a part of is The Color Violet by Tory Lanez. How did that one come about?
That song was actually made for The Weeknd. I tried to get this one to the After Hours album, but it didn't make the cut. So after that, Tech called me and told me that Tory and his engineer is working like currently on an 80s type of album. So I sent it to Tech and he made the play for me. Literally like 1 week later, he sent the record back. And I loved it, bro. It was really fire. He just killed it. It was a sleeper, bro. For 1 year, the song didn't make any numbers. I don't know what happened, but after like 1 year or something, somebody posted like a TikTok with the song and then it blew up overnight. It became like a hit.
Does a record at that level make like life-changing money?
I definitely make like more than 6 figures out of the song, but it could have been way more if this whole Megan Thee Stallion situation wouldn't happen. We missed out on radio plays, we missed out on Spotify playlists and stuff like that. So if this would be like a regular situation, I would have made like a lot of bread.
I think a lot of young guys just think that like you get any song on these big albums and you're set for life, but that's definitely not the case.
I mean, but look, if you would have, as I said, like if it would be like just a normal situation where everything's cool and we were just like two people on this beat, so it's me and Tech, it would have been like really great money. And you have to understand, Tory is an independent artist, so our cut was 10 points.
Bro, that's fucking wild.
10 points each, bro. Bro, like imagine, it's the first song ever who hit 1 billion streams without being ever playlisted in any Spotify list. So let me see what we got here.
That's hard. What did you do to it?
Just half-timed it and pitched it up like 500 cents. That's kind of fire.
How do you think, because you've been getting placements for a while now, how do you think you've been able to stay consistent throughout the years getting records?
I don't really have like a key or something that I do like different than other people. I think it's also like kind of a bit of luck. Also like that I have relationships to people, you know. It's not just like me trying to get placements or like sending loops out just to get placements. It's like I'm trying to build genuine connection with people, so building relationships and have friends, and that's why they're using my stuff more often. Yeah, that's pretty much it, bro.
Do you do drums at all, or do you mostly just do samples?
I do drums as well.
Did you do the drums on the Color Violet?
Yeah, I did the drums on Color Violet. I'm trying to see like what else I can do with it to kind of go from I like it to I love it. Yeah, I like it reversed a bit more even, but I will show you another project that I kind of did in a similar way. So this one was also like kind of same technique. And edit, just adding stuff like more things. and then did some adjustments, like added here a couple of effects, and then exported it here, added just a couple of things, then exported it again, and then flipped it somehow, like with reverse and stuff, and then it sounded like this, and then I just added the drums on top.
Different. How do you know that like a melody or a beat that you're working on is finished, like to stop adding to it?
Once you feel like a certain type of way about it, like if you like bump your head or have like this, stanky face, it's basically done. Only problem most of the time that you feel like it's not done is because you don't have the vocals, so you feel like something is missing.
Just as a reminder, the starter that Nick used to make that melody is from Melody Mastery, so if you want a bunch of crazy synth sounds like that, bunch of live instrument phrases, presets, all that good stuff to make crazy melodies from scratch, click that first link in the description down below. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.